Hello and welcome back to Grim Survival. It is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2019. Obviously this is a Trucker Tuesday video, although this is going to be more of a prepping video. So if you are a trucker, please stay, but if you're not, this video may pertain to you also. So I've been meaning to do a series for quite a while now about prepping as a truck driver, basically truck driver prepping. I mean, that's really the topic. And it's not just a single video kind of thing, because there's so many different things about truck drivers that would need to be discussed for prepping. And there's so many different types of truck drivers. You have your over-the-road drivers, your regional drivers, drivers like me that are local. You even have your delivery drivers that never leave a certain city that they probably live near. So this is definitely going to take several videos, and this is going to be a series of videos. So we're going to start with the first one. And the first one obviously is going to be the hardest for most people. It's really the topic that, you know, I guess a lot of people don't even want to talk about it. A lot of people just ignore it and act like it doesn't exist. But the first thing is, first we are going to talk about physical fitness. Yes, that's right, physical fitness, going to the gym, being in good shape, being in good health. But first I'm going to probably put an intro in here, or a promo at least, for one of my favorite channels, and I'm going to put it right here.
Hi, I'm Christina, where we combine the Bible and science to give us a better picture of the last days. Now, back to Grim Survival. Subscribe, everyone.
All right, thank you, Christina, for that. I really appreciate the support from the other channels, especially yours at Plant-Based Homestead Prepper, the people over at Off-Grid Desert Farming. you know the channel. And definitely Alaska Prepper. We'll put him in here too. All the links are going to be in the description, so check them out. Yeah, I don't get to edit videos a lot, so I don't put the promos in there as much as I should, but I try. I really do. But, you know, editing videos while doing what I do is kind of difficult, especially with the time constraints I usually have, but my time has been freed up quite a bit, and we're going to try to get back to making better videos. But anyway, on to the topic of being, you know, physical fitness for truck drivers and prepping in general. Yeah, this is for truck drivers, but it can be for anybody. It really could. So I guess the first thing is know yourself. And I've done that video already, but you got to know your body. You got to know your body type. You got to know what your average weight should be as opposed to what your weight currently is. You should know how much body fat you have and how much you should have, and you should definitely know muscle mass and things like that. Me, I'm a little guy. I'm 5'8". My average weight is right around 150 pounds, right around. I tend to stay right around 150 pounds, not by any means of attempting to, just because I do. I try to be as active as I can, although in my line of work as a truck driver, it's not an easy thing to stay active, obviously, but, you know, I do my best. I was going to CrossFit every morning before work. That's no longer happening just because I couldn't afford it. And now with the time that I work, I would have to go after work, and even if I could. But yeah, the CrossFit classes are rather expensive. I was paying $130 a month for that class, and I just cannot afford that anymore. So no more CrossFit for me, but I learned a lot, and I definitely learned a lot and of the exercises and mechanics behind what they do at CrossFit. CrossFit, in case you don't know, is basically, I guess the best comparison is military boot camp that you volunteer for. That's the type of exercises really that you're doing. It's boot camp type of exercises. Obviously not to the extreme that they would do in the military, but yeah. Our classes were an hour each. Excuse me, I had something in my throat. Anyway, our classes were about an hour each for CrossFit, and various exercises of, you know, how that goes. Look up videos if you don't know. First, I want to recommend a couple of things to you. First, I'd like to recommend I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but I'm sure you can still find it if you look it up. I believe the title was Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. This was a documentary about it was a guy trying to help a truck driver. The truck driver worked for a company that I actually used to work for, and he was grossly overweight, and he was borderline diabetic, and he was nearly dead. He really was. So, and the person making the documentary, or who it was about, was actually helping him with a juice fast and juice diet. So yeah, definitely recommend that. Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. It used to be a documentary on Netflix. I'm not sure where it is now. I haven't bothered to look for a while. Canadian Prepper has a couple of fitness videos. He tells you how to push past, you know, to basically, he's in really good shape. If you've ever seen the guy, yeah, he's in really good shape. He exercises a lot, and he has quite a few videos on the subject, and I think he has a playlist. I don't remember what it was called, but definitely look that up. And I wrote down one more. Six Pack Factory is a YouTube channel. Six Pack Factory, S-I-X-P, you know how to spell, right? Anyway, Six Pack, sorry, I'm holding the phone, that's why it's shaky. But Six Pack Factory, basically, he has a lot of videos from every body type, for every level, no matter where you're at. If you're really overweight or you're really skinny, he has a video for you. Yeah, check it out. It's definitely really good to look into. I mean, it's free. It's free. Six Pack Factory, YouTube. A lot of these exercises are fat burning. They'll get you started. They'll get you, you know, get your body used to it, basically. Muscle memory. Eating, shooting, all of it is muscle memory. You know how, if you've ever been to the gun range, you know they teach you how to proper guns classes. They teach you how to properly pull the trigger, how to properly hold the gun, how to do this. They beat it into your head. Muscle memory. That's what they talk about a lot. Eating is the same way. Eating is muscle memory. It is the same way. Your brain is a muscle. You have muscles in your stomach. They remember. Muscle memory. It remembers that you ate 3 cheeseburgers yesterday, and when you only eat 2 cheeseburgers today, you still feel hungry because it's muscle memory. But it's not true. You're not really hungry. On the subject of cheeseburger, I'm going to use McDonald's here as an example, because why not? McDonald's, I don't know if you know, but they sell a hamburger. It's called a hamburger or a cheeseburger. That's what it's actually called. It's not one of these special names that they have for these oversized things that they sell. The regular sized hamburger, regular sized cheeseburger. This is the regular sized meal for a full grown adult male. Yeah, it is. That cheeseburger, a small fry, and what used to be the little bitty, it's an actual 1 cup of soda. That would be a meal for a full-grown man. The 1 little cheeseburger, the 1 fry, and the 1 cup of soda. Not the cup that is a giant plastic 64-ounce whatever they sell in those buckets now, but the actual 1 cup sized cup, the little bitty paper cup. Yeah, that's the actual serving size for one meal for a full-grown adult male. Yes, true. So when they're selling you the quarter pounder and the Big Macs and the I don't even know all the names for these things anymore, but when they're selling you all this extra stuff in these bigger sizes, you're eating too much by eating that. You really shouldn't eat it. So if you eat fast food, it's the small size, the regular size, the original sizes that is an actual serving size for an adult male. Okay, so keep that in mind. Eating as a truck driver is hard, and why we're going into that is because truck drivers, especially over the road regional drivers, you do not have a lot of choices. You really don't. You are really stuck with truck stop food, and we know what truck stop food. For those of you that don't know what truck stop food, it consists of a fast food. Depending on where you are, depends on the fast food. A lot of them have Subway in it. Subway is not healthy, just so you know. Unless you're eating a salad, it's not healthy. They have various fast foods: McDonald's, Wendy's, Subway. A lot of them have a Denny's restaurant. I've seen some with IHOP restaurants. Yeah, truck stops, they don't have good food. They really don't. If you've ever been into the Flying J truck stops, they have that little hot food counter. Some of them do. They're right in the front by the cash registers. They got those slices of pizza that look like old leather that have been sitting there for 2 weeks, like some big hunk of what is mystery meatloaf. Yeah, don't eat this stuff. Just don't. There is a little thing right in front at the Pilot and Flying J truck stops that is like a little health food thing. They try to play it off as that has it's cheese with little meat wrapped around it, and it's, you know, there's a couple of salads there that look like the lettuce came from 1930, but yeah. don't eat that crap. Don't. You can cook in your truck. You really can. If you are an over-the-road or regional driver, if you don't have an inverter, get one. You can plug a toaster oven into these things. I do not recommend microwaves. Those things will kill you and they make your food taste bad. Don't use microwaves. Yeah, don't. Anyway, toaster oven is the way to go. Toaster oven, hot plate. They have little single electric burners like is on your stove top. It's just a little electric burner. I plugged it into a 1500 watt inverter. It worked just fine. I was able to, you know, cast iron skillet, cook bacon and eggs and stuff like that in my truck. I could give a demonstration of this another time. I don't have an inverter in this, but I do have other ways to cook. So, yeah, not something that is an easiest thing to do, and I know time constraints as a truck driver. It's not easy to wake up at some random time because your time got changed and you were driving from, you know, 8 a.m. to, you know, 8 p.m. and now you're driving from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. the following day because somebody in your dispatch was an idiot. Okay, yeah, I've been there and I've done that. It's hard to wake up and say, hey, I'm going to cook bacon and eggs and then I'm going to drive. You're not doing that. You're going to wake up, just honestly, it's hard to wake up and make it to the bathroom. Most of the time you make it to the back of the trailer. Yeah, that's how that works. So yeah, it's difficult. So exercise as a truck driver is probably the point of this video, and that's the hardest thing to do. Your trailer and truck combined, I'm going to say on the small size is 60 feet long from the front to the back. If you're at a truck stop, then you're not backed into a dock. You can make laps all the way around it. I don't know how many laps you would have to make around a truck to make it a mile, but you can do it. You can time it on your phone. Samsung Fitness, iPhones have the same kind of programs. You can download apps. They track your steps, they track your movements, they track everything. Yeah, you carry your phone with you anyway, so let your phone track your steps. Smartwatches will do the same thing. There's all kinds of little gadgets you can get, but what it really comes down to is motivation. Just do it. Get out and do it. That's the hardest thing, really, is the motivation. But anyway, you can walk around your truck and do laps. Right here, this is I don't know if you can, here we go. This is a yoga mat. I bought it at Walmart. I don't remember how much. It's just a rolled yoga mat. Now, I know what happens in between trucks at truck stops, so throwing that on the ground and getting out and doing exercises, you might not want to do it directly on the ground with your yoga mat. Get you a couple of trash bags, the big trash bags. Cut them open, lay your mat on that. It'll keep it clean. You can get a tarp from Walmart, lay your mat on that. Now, having that mat, it allows you to get out of your truck and do things on the ground. Sit-ups, push-ups. If you don't want to, I wouldn't recommend putting your shoes on it, but anyway, jumping jacks, things like that, you can do outside your truck. If you have an over-the-road truck, especially if it's an automatic, you got a lot of room between the bunk all the way up to the front console here, especially if you don't have the stick in the middle. And if you're not as tall as some people are, if you're about my height or around my height, you can actually do push-ups on that floor. You can do sit-ups on that floor. You can put your legs up on the bunk and do sit-ups. Now, if you're too big to do sit-ups and push-ups and things like that, that's where the walking comes in. You got to start with your eating and start with your walking. Cut down what you eat. I'm not telling you to change what you eat. Eat the same crap you've been eating. Don't change it. Just eat less of it. A lot less of it. If you're going to cut out anything at all, sodas. Cut that out immediately. It's just fat and sugar. That's all it is. It's fat and sugar. It makes you fat. That's all a soda does for you. It does not quench your thirst. It does not help you in any way. It might give you a sugar rush and make you think you're more awake for about an hour before you crash, but that's all it's going to do for you. They're bad. They're stupid. Don't drink them. All right. So get rid of the sodas. That would be the best thing you could ever do. But if you don't want to change your diet, if you don't want to change the way you eat, that's fine. Just lessen it. If you're used to getting the McDonald's quarter pounder, get the regular burger. Don't eat more than that. It's going to be hard to do at first. It's hard. Food is addicting. What you eat is addicting, and how much you eat is muscle memory. Your body remembers how much you've been eating. Your body expects you to keep eating that way. So your body's going to have an issue when you change that. It's going to take a day or two. Okay? You'll get used to it, and that burger will fill you, and you won't be hungry a couple hours, 10 minutes later or whatever it is. So, yeah. As a truck driver, it's hard. Okay? Planet Fitness. I know it's a gym. But Planet Fitness, a lot of times you can park your truck at Planet Fitness. These places are in shopping center parking lots. They're in Walmart parking lots. They're next to hardware stores. You can park your truck near a Planet Fitness. You can get a $28 a month membership for Planet Fitness, and it allows you to use any Planet Fitness in the country. All right, there, I restarted this because the phone was being, Anyway, Planet Fitness, you can park there. If you cannot find a Planet Fitness wherever you're stopped at for the night, or wherever you may be stopped at for the weekend, if you're taking a 34-hour reset, you can Uber to a gym. Uber works. You really can. Uber, and there's several others. Don't take a taxi. They're just too expensive. Get the Uber app. It'll come get you from your truck. It'll take you to the gym. You can spend an hour or two at the gym. You can take a shower at the gym. You don't have to use the truck stop showers. Use the gym shower. Especially if you're a Planet Fitness member, then if you park there or if you've Ubered there, you can use their shower anytime you want. So that really gets rid of the truck stop showers. And if truck stop showers are not fun, still bring your shower shoes. Let's just put it that way. So Planet Fitness, there's other ones that do the same thing. You can get the memberships that are good anywhere, any of their facilities, anywhere in the country. So that's pretty well a good thing to go. Something's knocking back there. I got to go in a second anyway. I got a few notes here, but really, you just got to be motivated. In order to get yourself in any kind of decent shape, you got to be motivated. You have to be. If you don't want to do it, then you're not going to do it. So you have to motivate yourself. You have to find the motivation. You have to have the ability or the desire, really, to push past the pain, because exercise hurts. It hurts. A lot of people say it's hard, blah, blah, just blah, 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 blah. No, the true fact of exercise, especially if you're overweight and out of shape, is it is painful. It's going to hurt you. Push past it. Push past the pain. People endure pain way worse than that every day of their lives. Really, people, burn victims, people with traumatic injuries, soldiers that have come back with injuries, they endure pain way worse than you're exercising. Push past it. Just push past it. If you're motivated enough and you have the desire to do it, then you will. You'll push past. You'll push yourself to your limits. You have to know your limits. It's harder to do in the wintertime. Humans have a natural cycle just like animals do, really. Take a bear, for example. They eat a lot of calories throughout the summer and then they hibernate in the winter. Humans, humans would like to hibernate. I'd like to hibernate, but I can't. But anyway, what humans do is when the weather starts getting colder, your body naturally starts storing fat. You can actually trick your body to storing fat by drinking cold drinks in the summer. You shouldn't do that also, by the way. But Anyway, so in the wintertime, you have a natural cycle. Your body's going to naturally want to start storing fat. You're going to start craving more fatty foods. Thanksgiving, for example, that sugary donut crap that you ate for breakfast the other day. Yeah, you're craving that because it's cold outside. Your body needs more fat to stay warm, to insulate itself. So your body's telling you, store more fat, eat more fattening things. That's a natural cycle of humans. Know thyself. And everybody will put on a couple of pounds in the winter. Everybody does it. I guess there's some exceptions to that rule. People who are really into fitness probably wouldn't. But yeah, you just got to know your cycles. Know when your body's changing. Know how the weather affects your body. Know how the changing of the year affects your body. The daylight savings time. You have to know yourself. You really do. So, this is really a whole point of physical fitness for truck drivers. Just find a way. That's really all there is to it, is find a way. If you can't find a way, then you're just not going to do it. Okay, so now the why, and this is the grim part about it. As a truck driver, as even a local truck driver, even in my new route, I'm still about 150 miles from my house. I'm not walking there in a day. If I was fat and out of shape, I'm not walking 150 miles ever. I'd probably have a heart attack after 2 or 3 miles, and then I would collapse on the side of the street with nobody to help me because we're in the middle of SHTF and now I'm dead. Be in shape. Because as an over-the-road truck driver, there were times where I was over 1,000 miles from my house. As a regional truck driver, there were times where I was 700 miles from my house. So if I have to walk, and giving myself a lot of extra credit here, 20 miles a day on flat, even clear, sunny, nice days, I could do about 20 miles a day. if I was in decent shape, which I'm not as in good a shape as I was in this summer, but I'll get back there by summer again. Yeah, you're going to have to walk. As a truck driver, you're going to have to walk. There's no way your truck is making it all the way home. It's just, you know what traffic looks like. Imagine traffic on a busy day. If SHTF happens, or an EMP, or for some reason traffic's just, it's not going to go. Whatever disaster it is, traffic just ends up jammed because everybody's trying to go the same direction at the same time and you can't get out. So, I mean, if you're trying to get home to your family, you're not driving that truck all the way there. You're not doing it. It's just not happening. Even from where I'm at, I have to go through one major city. I mean, I could go around it, but then the small towns are going to start closing themselves off. They're going to start barricading roads. They're not going to let you through there. So, yeah. Anyway, that's enough for this video. I really just don't believe any truck driver is going to be able to drive all the way back home. So, get yourself in shape. Get ready to walk. Get you a kit. You're going to need to carry something out of there. You can't just go for a walk. I mean, yeah. Alright, that's enough for this video. Well, like, subscribe, share. I hope you enjoy these kinds of videos. I will be making another one of these videos for truck prepping on Trucker Tuesday next week. If I get to it, hopefully I will. I should be getting a lot more video content coming to you soon. Just, yeah, things have been weird with my schedule. So once we're back on track here and everything's normal again, videos will come back at a normal time. But, hey, this has been Grim Survival's Trucker Tuesday. I hope you liked it. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next time. If I can hit the button.